Place junior high in primary. This is what is fresh on the Daily Nation Press this Tuesday. This also comes as the task force has been traversing the country, different counties, just collecting views that will ultimately inform the review of the competency-based curriculum. This preliminary report is expected to be submitted this Friday, just to see how and see what exactly Kenyans have been saying in respect to CBC. And this is actually one of those biggest concerns that Kenyans have been having. Remember, the previous regime had talked about domiciling junior high in secondary schools, but going by what good number of parents have said, at least by this particular daily, is that this needs to be domiciled in primary schools. And also, the minute this report reaches the president, this will also inform how learners will transit to these junior secondary schools in January. So, of course, we also wait to see the various sort of like, different kinds of minds that will be coming forth out of this particular report that will be relayed at least this Friday. Away from that, new push to create 5 counties now gathers steam. This is actually a member of parliament who is drafting a bill that is seeking to create 5 more new counties, of course increasing it from 47 to 52 if at all this particular bill is adopted. And going by what he is saying is that this is to protect the rights of marginalized communities, and this is in the plan to amend the constitution. If at all this sails through, we are talking about areas of Mount Elgon. This is from Bungoma and Trans Nzoia counties. This is one of those 5 counties. Also East Pokot from Baringo and West Pokot counties. Teso, this is Hive from Busia County, Kuria from Migori, and Mwingi from Kitui County. But then what does this mean if at all this is adopted? In the event that we actually end up having 5 more counties, so 52, what exactly would this mean for us as a country? Some of those implications have been well enumerated here. We're talking about the National Assembly, for instance, will have an increase from the 349 members of the National Assembly to 354. Of course, we are currently talking about 47 women representatives, which will obviously increase by 5 more. Members of National Assembly will also increase by 5 more, as well as the nominated members of the National Assembly. Aside from that, also Senate, 5 more elected senators. This will increase the number to 72, and this is again inclusive of the nominated senators as well. Again, the matter of presidential elections, this increasing the number of counties from which a presidential candidate must attain at least 25% of votes cast to win an election. Remember that as per Article 138, Section C of the Constitution, for any candidate, a presidential candidate, to win an election, then they need to at least garner 25% in at least 24 counties. So if you're talking of an increase of counties, then what will this mean in terms of the percentages and threshold as enshrined in the Constitution? Might it also mean that these sections of the Constitution might need to be amended if at all you're talking of increase of the number of counties? Still remains a matter of wait and see, because then this is a bill that is being proffered by a member of parliament there. To matters health now. Are you under 25 and suffering from diabetes? This is some good news which is coming from the ministry there, whereby Kenyans below the age of 25 will not be able to access insulin, blood glucose, monitoring equipment, syringes, and other supply at no cost. This is one of those ailments that, of course, in one way or the other has really cost stringent in terms for families because of just of the cost implication. But now going by this kind of good news that we have here for those suffering from diabetes, and specifically those under the age of 25, might just be benefiting big time in respect to some of this commodities that they will be getting for free for this disease. And lastly, before I send it to Regina, we look at CDF and what members of parliament are now saying, as well as also what the Senate Speaker, that is Amason Kingi, is saying in respect to that. Mother, this is a particular bill that is also being pushed forth by the Member of Parliament, Matungulu, that is Stephen Mule, in the Constitutional Amendment Bill there, which is also seeking to entrench NCDF in the law, and also part of what is coming forth is the issue of the oversight fund there, and part of what the Senate Speaker is saying is that they are going to agree unanimously on this matter, citing the fact that the NGCDF has really benefited numerous constituencies. Remember that what was declared unconstitutional was the CDF Act of 2013, and so the NGCDF of 2015 has been running, and this is what parliamentarians are just seeking to have it entrenched in the constitution and making it law. So we wait to see how this will be agreed upon by both houses, of course, National Assembly as well as Senate. Regina.